Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to askNK. Today we have some interesting update coming from the folks at Adobe. Now this has to do with Substance, as the Substance3D.com website is something that will be ending very soon. The folks at Adobe are porting from Substance3D.com to Adobe.Substance3D.com. Now this makes sense owing to the fact that Substance3D is not part of the Adobe family, and we already talked about the idea that Adobe sort of bought this company some time ago. And when they bought the company, a couple of things changed, and these include some performances that we got with both Substance Painter, the designer, sampler, stager, and right now they're working on the modeler. Moving forward, we also got to notice that they did change a couple of things to sort of unify the whole Substance set of tools with the Adobe Creative Cloud, and that dealt directly with the icons, which sort of raised a couple of eyebrows. Now the news today is Substance3D.com end of life cycle is coming soon. So if you do have a Substance 3D account and you have a license, you have from now till September the 30th of 2020 to get your licenses and download whatever version of Substance that you have right there. Now this is going to be permanently turned off, as all Substance 3D accounts will no longer be functional at this point, and with this change you'll no longer be able to have access to anything that's hosted on this website. Furthermore, despite the fact that you'll not be able to have access to anything hosted on Substance3D.com, the Substance Launcher would also not be useful. So Substance Launcher is also going away in favor of the Creative Cloud. Now, what can you do? You can actually go ahead and download all the perpetual licenses and softwares like we mentioned earlier, and it's worth knowing that if you do own a perpetual license, it will continue to work. You can also proceed to reactivate this on a different PC. Now, for those thinking about transitioning, there is a very tiny guide right here of how you can transition from Substance 3D over to the Adobe brand new page. And this deals with you creating an Adobe ID account and then going over to the buy plan, selecting texturing or collection. And from there, you can transfer all of your remaining credits and assets over to the Adobe account. Now, this is going to be very useful for those who like to purchase Adobe 3D assets. Now, one of the other things that most of you guys might have as questions is, what if I do own a Steam account? So some time ago, we announced the fact that the Steam 2022 version of Substance Designer and Substance Painter was being released, and this is by far one of the coolest releases that we got to see, owing to the fact that they actually said that they were not going to be making perpetual licenses anymore, but the Steam one now comes as a perpetual one. So what this simply means that if you do own a Steam account, nothing would happen, as you would be able to still get your free updates and continue to use your Steam version of Substance. And if you're a student and you already own a Substance academic account, it is worth knowing that there is a couple of modalities that you might want to consider reading up here, which I'm going to put a link in the description. Something else that also makes sense to mention is right over here. This is the brand new page right now. So right over here is where you can now catch up with all of the details that deals with Substance product. And of course, you can tell that all of the contents that we have right here have been ported directly from here over to what we have right over there. And for those thinking about getting some nicer and lovely looking Substance assets, there's a couple of assets that they just released today, which is pretty impressive. Now, this deals with food, and at the same time, it deals with a couple of other things. So in terms of food stuff, you'll be able to get way over 200 plus food models and also materials that you can work with, and this is quite impressive. Now, for those who like to go in and you would like to play with these materials, you want to see them, there's just a whole lot of them right here, and you can proceed to start catching up with them. And for anyone looking for free assets, there is also a couple of free assets right over here from which you can pick from. And of course, you would also be able to find some of the free food stuff that we also just mentioned that was released today. So Substance3D.com is coming to an end, and this is an early call for Substance users to proceed to get all of their licenses and assets and also credits from the website right now before the end of September 2022. Tell me what you guys think about this one in the comment section, and until I see you guys in the next one, peace.